Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Akano. What I do is to elevate brands and talent in creative and tech. So that helps us to grow talent at the office, grow people that are passionate about design and technology, and use that knowledge that we've grown within ourselves to help impact brands through things like their brand and their websites and all of that.
Okay, so I'll start with you immediately. Tell us, how did Credital start? What led you to starting Credital? What was it? Why did you start Credital?
Okay, is everyone listening?
Yes.
Okay, it's a short and long story. I'll give you the short part. So the short part is this: when you go out of here, move around anywhere you are in Nigeria, you see adverts, you come across Nigerian products, and they look Nigerian. That stuff irritates me. It irritated me from when I was as young as, say, 5 or 6. I would love looking at airline magazines. You know, when you come across books, textbooks that are written outside this country, and you see local textbooks, they look different. Ours always looks trashy, and I don't understand mediocrity. I do not understand why you can't strive for excellence in anything you do. So for me, it's always that itch about why doesn't this look good? Why is this not the best way possible? You know, that led me from my secondary school education down to university, down to living all of that. And for me, it's particular about brands. So I see how people now love the Apple brand, people love Samsung brand. All of those brands, they do work to ensure that they look good. You know, they put in a lot of quality assurance to make their products work very well. But if you gather people and talk about a Nigerian-made phone, it's surprising that you just get them say how it's not so good. And I feel like we owe what we do to the world. So if you want to achieve anything, really, your location does not determine your impact. It should not. You know, if you are here today, it does not mean that you cannot be there tomorrow. So we looked at all these brands. I personally, I started off, I left school in 2010, and it was difficult to get a job. At the time, I was even, 2005, I entered university, I was to study medicine. I didn't get the course, I studied chemistry. And I always loved the arts. So I always loved graphic design. I always loved to use a computer. You know, that's like, once you leave with a computer, I can stay without eating food all day, just pressing and doing stuff on computer. And so throughout school, I didn't get to do that because I couldn't afford a computer. So the few times it was more like you borrow someone's laptop, you can press stuff, you can design one thing or the other, but it's not your active course you're studying. After school, I was going to work at the Shell and Chevron with my chemistry degree. I didn't get a job there. I got to realize the sad truth that Shell can't hire everybody in Nigeria. You know, Chevron can't hire everybody in Nigeria. We have to just wake up. You know, most of the things I will say today, I will refer to our mindset. Our mindset is the problem. You know, most of the times we just feel entitled. Everybody has about entitlement today. We feel like you should wait, they will bring it for you. No, you go out there, you get it. You know? So I didn't get that job. People that knew me in 2010, 2011, that's when BlackBerry was still big in Nigeria. So I started to use my BlackBerry to design DPs. So you see all those BlackBerry DP. I designed those things then, put on BlackBerry, and I tell people if you need design, contact me. I did stuff for as low as 400 naira. People paid me with recharge card. I had more recharge card I had more credit in my phone than money in real life. It was irritating, you know, but it was my own success at that time. It was good for me. It was my own source of joy that I was not doing anything, or I was not busy doing nothing rather, you know. And I would stay at home, and my parents were like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I'm designing. You know, this is." I used to call it a design company, and I'm like, "You're just in the house, go get a job." And my parents would go as far as, you know, talking to people, help me get a job, help me get a job. And I was like, what I'm doing today, it may not be seen, but at some point, I'll make impact with this design. You know, a year after I got a job at what we call Jumia today.
Okay.
You know, then it was Kasua. You know, I just got the job and it was like a big breakthrough. You know, I was designing with white people. You know, I was doing stuff for people that just got into the country. So it's got me to brush up. You know, a lot of times you look at Nigerian brands. The problem is actually us. We are okay with how bad it is. Call a painter to paint this place. He will paint some parts, leave some parts undone. When you tell him, why did you do this part, he say, oh God, someone cannot please you. It's a mindset, you know. Why don't you do it excellently well? You know, back then, those experts that worked at the company, they would drill us to make sure it's perfect, ensure you do it very well. You know, and then there was the personal goals for myself that every of these things I touch, every of these brands I come across, I should be able to do my own little part to make sure they are better. And that was 2012 for me. So I worked on the brand, and funny story, I actually designed the Jumia logo, because at the time they rebranded from Kasua to Jumia, they asked us to design logos. And the logo I designed was what everyone sees today as Jumia logo. You know, the packaging design was things I did in 2012. And then after 1 year, I left the company. I moved to Conga. And where it looked like it was rebellion, but in my mind, I knew that I wanted to learn. You know, I've learned from how the Germans that run this company do stuff. Let me now learn how to impact in a Nigerian brand. And so I moved to Conga. And I spent about 1 year too working at Conga. Within my time there too, I was able to help a lot in designing the first Conga Black Friday, what they call Yakata sales. You know, I did most of the designs at that time too. So in all of these things, I learned how to take a very, very small neglected skill called graphic design into what can be perceived as what can impact a brand. So from those workplaces, I moved up to doing my own thing.
Okay. So that was basically how Credital started.
Yes.
Okay, so let me move to Kemi Filani briefly. Kemi, so you started a blog at a time when blogging was trash, was considered trash basically by most people, seriously. You know, today we know the internet is a revolution, but at when it started, I'm sure if you told your parents you wanted to be a blogger, they would rebuke you. So what convinced you to keep on keeping on?
Okay, well, as at the time I started blogging, I wasn't blogging seriously. That was 2013, I think. Yes. It wasn't something I was hoping I would take seriously. I was just doing it out of leisure, just come because I enjoyed writing. So I would come, post some stories, look around for news, and then just write something and post. It was now towards the end, I think early 2014, that was when I decided, when I saw, okay, there are actually opportunities in this thing. That was when I decided to pay more attention to it and take it seriously. My parents didn't have any issues with it. They were supportive. It's not like they didn't know what blogging was, but they felt you enjoy writing, and if it makes you happy, you can go ahead with it. So they didn't have any issues with it. So even though as at then people were blogging, so people were just blogging trash and all. Well, I won't call it trash if it was making money and all, but I just knew what I wanted. I wanted my blog to be known for. If anything, nudity or some stories that you can never find on Kemi Filani blog. So I knew my focus. I knew, okay, I want to be known for, weddings, religious stuff. So I focused on that. That was how I was able to.
Okay. It's like you have some beefers on this panel. Okay, let me move to you. So I'm going to ask some really deep questions here. I have one for you, but before then, let me ask Toyin. Last year or about 2 years now, last year, right? You came through a phase in your life that most people never overcome. Like when that kind of thing happened to an average woman, that's just the end for the person, because it basically destroy your self-esteem, your self-image. You were beginning to enjoy your career, thriving as an actress, and then something comes up about someone you used to date, Can you tell us about that experience and how you handled it?
I tell people things. You see, 1, God. 2, God. 3, my fans, Toyin Titans. So, trust me, I don't want to say anything about my private life, but all I know that last year it was just God and Toyin Titans. That's why I love Toyin Titans.
Amazing. Now, okay, let me trace. That's a very good response. But I want to tell you this. Look into that audience. There is 1, 2. You can't even count at times. So a lot of guys facing the exact thing that you faced last year, and there are also some people that will face it in the future. What I need from you, and what I need them to hear, what exactly did you do? The day it happened, what did you do? How did you overcome it? Now, so hold on, sorry. Now that thing happened, like I said, some people never get to come out of that experience. But look at you here. You've done a movie afterwards, a very highly successful movie for that, as that. How did you come about, coming through stronger in that experience?
Because I was focused. I was not distracted. I know what I want and I go further. It's just setting your goals, sweetheart. It's just about you setting your goals. The thing about me is I do not get distracted. You cannot distract me. You can't.
Okay, so Evans, moving on from where you stopped, I need you to tell us categorically, what did you do? Tell us how you set up Credital when you got to that point where you wanted to leave paid employment to go into the world of entrepreneurship. What did you do? How did you set it up? And how did you get here?
Yeah, so for me, I always knew that ever since I started the little design gig I was doing after school, I knew that I wanted to set up properly. Paid employment for me was more like a route, because I've seen a lot of people that say they want to be entrepreneurs, they've not worked anywhere. And I feel like if you have the opportunity to work somewhere, it actually helps, because you would understand process, you understand how to manage people, you understand structure, and then you can now do that and do it better. So for me, when I was at those companies, I was not just doing my work, but understanding how things should be done, understanding the importance of customer management, understanding the importance of team bonding, understanding the importance of organizational structure. So with all those things, when I eventually left, I knew that I was going to build a startup. Now, starting up is not easy. If you listen to everybody here today, you don't even need another panel. Everything they've said is what it is. I left paid employment with there about 200,000 naira, and I'm sure that money didn't even get into the account that steered the company, Credital today. Because after leaving my job, I was 6 months at home trying to arrange structure. Within that time, I actually went to look for investors, which one of the investors I met at that time was requesting for a lot of equity in something that has not even started. And I was like, okay. At that time, we stayed with very small clients. So people see the Zenith Bank as a client today. What we've done for Zenith Bank is build Zenith Bank Nigeria website, Gambia, Sierra Leone, UK.
Wow.
And all these things is not that we went there and then somebody said, come and take this job, I will give you this money, then you will now give me some money. No, it is a standard partnership between a very small company and a very large corporate company. And it just starts with dedication. For us, when we started in 2015, we are doing websites for about 100K, and we are doing it for anybody that wanted to contact us. But at that time, I was like, start with small businesses. Offer the value you can offer. Do it. What you're concerned with at that time should be getting your name out there. It doesn't matter. A lot of people say you can't start without, all this leverage. But the truth is that person that wants to start a show for education to be promoted, what happened to Instagram? What happened to your Facebook? I'm pretty sure you have like 300 followers average. Everybody does, if you start with those 300 followers and say today is a live video, this is what I like to do, and then you, instead of pouting on social media, you actually show your work. Show your work, because the truth is that somebody out of those 300 will believe in you. You know, when I was in university, I used to hear stories of 5 years after school, no job. And I was like, I don't understand how that's possible, because it means that all your life, nobody knows you for excellence, nobody knows you for working hard. Because there are jobs everywhere. There are jobs everywhere. Today, someone is going to sweep this place, and that will be his job, and you will get paid. But someone will be at home saying, there is no job. Because nobody wants to work hard, everybody is all trying to look fab and look beautiful and look, you know, fake. But the truth is that work needs to be done. Wow. Everybody here has skill. Be patient with your skill. Be patient to see it grow. Put in the work. At the time instead, I was the only person in the office. I remember telling myself that Evans, starts with paying yourself salary. If you should have the company account as your personal account, you will not stand in this country. So pay yourself salary. You know, hire the next person, train that person. We are all here complaining about government and employment. But if you start on that skill that you have, don't be mistaken. The devil gives us so many ideas that you can be a painter, photographer, artist, what else? Event decorator, a bunch of things. Just pick one. Pick one. Act on that thing for the next 2 years. Act on just one thing for the next 2 years and you'll see the impact. Provided every day you wake up, you're on that dream, you're breathing life to it. That's our story.
So for now, yeah, I'm producing a movie that's 7.5 days. We're starting on the 23. I'm producing for Prestige Platform, and it's going to be directed by Samuel Oladipupo, myself, Jim Hike, Mercy Johnson, Shola Shobo, Mommy Shola Shobo Ale, Daddy Akin Lewis. Don't mind me, I'm so used to that. And Daddy Akin Lewis. Oh, wow. Then I'm shooting another movie in December. That one is mine, because the 7.5 day I'm producing for Prestige Platform, but my own movie, but it's a ghetto movie, because I realized that we've not done something ghetto. So I'm doing a ghetto movie, and it's going to be 50% Yoruba and 50% English. Then lastly, I'm going to start Alakada Soap in January. But what I want to do is I want to use it to bring out new talent. So I will be shooting every season. I'll be shooting. It's going to be like interstate shoot. So we can shoot in Oyo State for season 1. Season 2 we can shoot in Ogun State. But for the first season, I don't know where we're shooting. It's going to be like a ballot. People are going to I'm going to ask them. Then the highest bidder, that's the stage we're going to. So it's
amazing plans.
Very, very amazing.
A round of applause for Toyin, please. Okay, so this question is from the audience. We're trying to run off this session now. But this is from someone. It says, my passion includes meeting people, talking occasionally, and encouraging people. I'm a very bold person, and I have this great marketing skill. However, my problem is that I've not been able to settle with what I can make out of the above skills. Sometimes I get confused about the skills. Please advise me. So this person says she loves meeting people, talking occasionally, and encouraging people, but she's finding how to tie what to do around these three. What would you advise the person?
Like, there's a point I actually wanted to point at when I was talking. There is nobody that will help you. You have to help yourself. Yoruba ma sọ pé ọmọ tó bá ṣípá ní kíni nìyẹn ń gbé. You have to help yourself. I said something to someone. I help a lot of people, but I have to see the seriousness in you. You will not just sit down there and tell me to help you. I will not, but I have to see you doing something.
Okay, thank you very much. As a Toyin Titans, you said some of your fans will be featuring in your new movie.
Of course.
Will it be in selection or coming for auditions?
I do. It depends. I really do not know, but we know how we do our thing, Abby. Yes. We know how we do our thing. We will get there. We'll do it. But I think we just normally I might just say the first 50 people to call or the first 20. Toyin Titans don't struggle. They don't show. They are eagles. They fly above every other fish.
Okay, this question says, can you suggest acting schools? How do we get to know actors on a big screen like you? And also join your school of drama. I wish to meet you.
Please read the question. You are too fast.
Well, I think the person just wants to suggest acting schools around that she can join.
Acting school. J15. Pepti. C1. Owned by Antifunke Akedele Bello. That's C1. Me for now, I'm not accepting it. I have a lot.
Okay, so this question is very serious.
Me again.
How do you deal with males in the industry who feel they want to have something with you before they give you a helping hand?
Not now.
Secondly,
not now again.
what is your advice for upcoming females who are passing through this same situation?
That one, I would have to be sincere. There's nothing like you are passing it through it because you are in the entertainment, so it's everywhere. Even when you go to the banking sector, they want to touch you. So it's not like it's entertainment. So it's everywhere. It's everywhere in the world. So, and it's most importantly, if you dress decently, don't chew gum, don't expose your body, look good and know what you're doing. I don't have advice, so I don't know what to say, but it has never happened to me before. Me, I don't know. Has it happened to me?
The next question. Good evening, sir. I studied computer science.
Me again?
No, I think this is to Evans. This is for Evans. I studied computer science. I find it difficult to practice in this field. What is your simple advice? And can I work in your company for free or try?
You studied computer science, and
meaning the person not wired for what the person
then
studied.
you do what you're wired for.
And I find it difficult to practice in this field. Please, what is your simple advice?
So there's this quote we have at the office. It says, "Just have sense." It's not an insult. It's actually plain truth. Just have sense.
Finally, Kemi wants to address one of the questions.
The first question.
Okay. What was it about?
Being bold, love meeting people and
she has
talking
marketing skills
and encouraging.
Exactly.
You could, and if everybody now, we all have phones, we all have internet. You could go on Instagram, start an Instagram page, let people know you for encouraging people. Look at Maraji. She started with just lip singing, doing funny stuff, and today she's popular, she's getting paid for it. You can start a page too, always encouraging people. Say something on passion today, say something on love tomorrow, and like that people will start. Even there's another page, Diary of a Niger Girl. She's a story writer. She comes, post stories, and people read, comment, and move on. So you can start from there, and people would know you, and they'll start calling you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. In closing,
that same person that says she's bold, he or she is bold. Please, I want to see you as well.
Okay, sorry. I will see if we can. But in closing, basically, okay, we have two answers. Should we take it? We need to round up this session. Okay, I'll just take one person from that, and just one of you guys should quickly ask a question. Can you come forward? Oh, is she shy?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. And my question is basically, you were saying that if you have like skills, I'm just saying people that have skills in different aspects. Like for instance, now, I'm actually a fashion designer. I know how to sew very well. Then I went into the trade of learning how to make shoes. And then makeup artist. I tried learning it on social medias and all that. Then which other one again? And yes, I'm actually a graduate of Lagos State University. I studied mass communication. So I'm now saying, sometimes I used to think that, okay, I'm a one-time runner up for Miss Tourism Lagos. So I was now thinking, okay, how do I bring all these things together? Like, okay, these are some of the skills that I learned, and some are actually my talents. So how do I, as someone like me now, what do you advise me to do? Okay, someone might say, okay, why am I asking that? What do you advise me? Some people might say, go into styling, go and style celebrities and all that. But sometimes I look at it like, doing all these things don't even bring money, which I'm very sure about. I don't know, it might bring for some other people, but I've tried it. And so what advice do you have for me? Like, what do you think I can do that I can bring in those things together? Thank you.
Okay.
So I didn't get the name, but you do fashion. So dresses, then there's shoes, then there's makeup. Right now at the office we have a cook. That cook cooks in the office, she cleans, she's been paid for that. However, she said to us some months ago that she wants to learn how to use a computer. We give her a computer and now she's learning how to do graphic design on her own. See, all these things is just about yourself. Just decide what you want to do and then hammer on that one. Exhaust that idea before you move on to the next thing. There's one thing I tell people, try and die empty in this world. Die empty means that all the things that God has given you, make sure you pour everything out there. But make sure you actually channel everything for one thing to make serious sense. We don't know Mark Zuckerberg for Facebook and a lot of other things. You know him for Facebook. You know Dangote for Dangote Group. If Dangote was a photographer, he won't be a very good photographer compared to the photographers out there. Focus all your energy on one thing. Then make mad sense on that thing. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very, very, very much. We can't take much questions anymore, but I'll just round this session off. If you listen very carefully in the next 2 minutes, I think your question should be answered. And I'll just ask questions, basically. Who made man? God. Who made money? Okay, I need one answer. Who made money? Because, sincerely speaking, whether you believe it or not, there's no single soul on this planet that has no talents or no giftings. The only difference are in those who have developed their talents into the next level. Because talent is never ever enough. It is only skills that bring success. What brings the money is when you develop the talent, because nobody's ready to pay for your talent in their raw forms. If Toyin didn't develop herself, she won't be here. We won't even invite her anyway, because you won't hear about her. If Evans didn't develop from being a graphics person, to being able to build websites, he won't be doing stuff for Zenith's Bank. If Toyin had stopped from being a mediocre blogger, she won't be called here today. So never blame your failure on lack of money. If money is what you need to fulfill your dreams, make money by rendering a gift in line with your gifts. And guess what? People will be begging to pay you money for your gifts. You know why? Money is actually not paper. That stuff you hold, that is not money. Who can tell me what money is? Money is value. For instance, I'm holding a microphone. This microphone is actually, I can't turn it into money, but it was bought by money, with money, right? So if you want to make money, simply learn a skill that can help you to create value for someone else. When you create value for someone else, for instance, this church bought this chair, or this place bought this chair. When they bought this chair, they had what? What did they have when they were going to buy this chair? They had money. Could they have brought the money and say, okay, we'll sit on the money? Is it possible? No, they had to exchange that money for what? For chair. So when you offer value, people will pay for that value in return with what? Money. So the essence of what we've been saying all day is that you need to get a skill. Tell your neighbor, say, get a skill. Say, develop your talent into skills. So there's only one thing that is very, very, very similar and very consistent with all of the guys you've seen speak here today, from D1 to Bobby, to Evans, to Toyin, to Kemi. What's that thing that is similar to them? That's consistent. They've turned their talents into skills that make them money. Tell somebody, say, turn your talent into skills. Thank you very much. That will be the end of this session.